Yo comrades, so we're going to BC Overland Rally 2019. It's happening in Whistler Olympic Village this year. The event supposedly grew up twice since last year. Last year grew up twice than the year before. This is third year in a row this event is happening. And it's touchdown. Let's see if I have a nice spot in an unloud area. I mean, actually in a loud area. Liz, I know you.
How you doing back there?
Maybe I'll park near you again.
Yeah, there's I'm just up the road. There's parking in there.
Alright, I've deployed. Actually pretty good spot. I wanted to be closer to all the events. And this is sweet. It's gonna be a little loud, people walking by, but it's perfect. It's just across the actual like campfire, vendors, all that. Yeah, in comparison to some of the rigs here, my Mr. Beast is kind of falling apart. This is probably the setup I need. Something like this. Just a flatbed, slap a big, well I guess this is like a casita trailer on top. It's got two tulip pods. And he's got a motorcycle, I guess on top is solar panels. I should interview this guy. I've seen this guy in last year's BC Overland Rally. Actually, maybe even on the first one. Yeah. We got some big boys in here. I need to interview this guy, and where else? Big rigs here. This is traditional raffle every evening happening here. I think I'm too late for a ticket already. I'm meeting some comrades here. When was our trip? Last year?
Yeah.
Was it last year or year before?
No, I think it was
I don't know,
year,
time
wasn't
flies, yeah. It was awesome trip, but I totally slacked. I didn't shoot any videos. Definitely should build together. It's just, you're one of those people it's hard to get a hold of.
Well, I don't have any,
No social media, nothing, yeah, just emails.
Ghost.
Oh, not even, yeah, emails, right?
Yeah, email, that's it.
Yeah, this thing is massive. This is where my head is. It's actually like extremely tall.
Alright, 9718. Let's get 9718.
Wow, this is really cool old timer here.
You gotta burn it and push it in.
When it freezes and then you like...
Gotta interview this rig here tomorrow. Come on, this thing is not too big. You know, I'm only... Actually, the size of the tires is ridiculous. I think these are like 60-inch tires. It's gotta be. Like, they're almost my height. This thing is crazy. The amount of clearance, yeah, like it's long, but the amount of clearance here couldn't go over any obstacle, really, like no problem whatsoever. It's like gigantic. So I arrived Thursday after work. I pretty much got Friday and Saturday full days, but if it's gonna rain on Saturday, I may leave actually on Saturday evening and go camping with Giuseppe. Giuseppe is gonna arrive tomorrow and he's completely brand new, just finished Delica. Like he's actually getting alignment tomorrow, and after that right away coming here. So I'll do a little bit of his rig walk around. Vendors are being a little lazy because I think they were supposed to be deploying pretty much since noon. They're still just deploying. Yeah, probably having beers.
9727. He's got 9727.
Alright, quiet times are approaching. It's time to head down to my rig. There's probably gonna be people coming over, chat, drink, whatever. So I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, Friday morning, and I've been greeted with a girl coming over. I was having a smoke, and she's like, oh, I forgot, she's a vapor, I forgot her smoke, so I actually prepped coffee for her here, and had a chat, and she works at Cyprus apparently, one of the vendors. So she's like, oh, you're doing media, okay. So after chatting, we kinda agreed, I'm gonna get her contact, and yeah, this winter I'm gonna go to Cyprus for free. I'm gonna shoot some material. They want that social media stuff, and I want free passes, so why not? It's gonna work out. I know how to ski, but skiing is not my thing. But maybe it's the opportunity to actually get out, do something different, and yeah, and not cost me anything. Finally finished relocation here of rotor packs. 3 here, got an extension mount, 2 here. This is 37 tire, I can't fit it fully, so I put it like this, but 35-inch tire here will fit. In the far corner there are a couple of guys, familiar faces from previous Overland Rally, that they invited, and I hung out there till like 1 AM, completely drunk, passed out, like came over here, started eating, totally passed out. So a little bit of headache this morning. Got a paper, gotta start checking out what the events gonna mark, the stuff that I wanna see. And meet Leeway, they're gonna be here presenting traveling to Australia thing. Australian style canopy built with BC license plates. Huh. So like I was saying yesterday, BC Overland Rally is definitely growing. There's 2 huge quiet areas here I'm actually gonna check out right now. But I'll cruise around, kind of show you what BC Overland Rally is all about. You can take various courses here. There's like actually, if you look at the booklet and see what's out there, you could do so much training here, all in that price of admission. And it is useful stuff, like you can full on do training and technical courses and all that stuff. Yeah, exactly as I was fearing the rain started, I was trying to look for a training course to shoot some videos there, but I have to come back because the camera is not really waterproof, so I'm gonna wait out here a little bit. Totally surrounded the whole campus. Yeah. Well, rain has stopped, so let's check out some rigs. I actually found out that Leeway, the woman from my Baja trips I was supposed to meet, is supposed to be somewhere in that corner. Look at this. This has gotta be like stop. How many inches of lift is this? 14. 14. That's more than double of me. This is crazy. Ridiculous amount of lift. Alright, let's do some music and rigs. Check it out, Granby, the old school. I'm not sure how many years that is. It's probably what, like 20-30-year-old. Never seen this in any videos out there. Well, I wonder, yeah, what year this is. Still has like a kind of wooden style.
I don't think it's a better tire than your grandma.
This is a crazy sprinter. This is the biggest roof rack that I've ever seen. I don't know if you want to be in a shot, but this is the owner of this is 77 version length sprinter in real life. Definitely the longest I've ever seen. All of this is aluminum. Very cool setup. Is this custom bumper, or you can buy it like this, or fab?
It's fabbed.
Yeah, I don't think they sell bumpers for sprinters,
No,
right?
not
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, that looks slick. Like, very nice looking bumper.
I'm just getting the patio on the back. Finish. That's another prototype.
Oh, that thing over there, lifting?
It's gonna be a pad big enough for an ATV to go up.
So this is gonna be his ATV platform. It's sitting kind of low right now. You're gonna raise it up, right? Because it's kind of like a mistake thing, I guess, happened. So it's gonna be like on the level of a bumper top, basically.
You have to improve the prototype.
Yeah. Oh, mistakes are made all the time, especially when you're not fab guy yourself or into it.
That's
when
right.
You're starting.
And they couldn't pass each other
Because of the trailers, right?
because of trailers. So,
Just
but I
talking
still like our trailer.
Yeah, oh, it's a really good one. No, we're just talking trailers here versus not towing and have one big vehicle set up, and
Or have the option of both. That's it. Have the option of both.
yeah. Well, if you can store again, but on a big trip,
Yeah.
right? You still, well, on a big trip, that's where you want to have the trailer, and
I think an enclosed back on that. Not a rack, not a rooftop tent, but an enclosed back or like an LU cab tent. And see some sort of LU cab canopy or a P-core back. That's the way to go. Then it's everything. You have everything. You got all your storage. You got a place to sleep, eat.
we're just observing here the bear. Too bad I don't have telescopic lens, but that little speck there. Bear, and I guess how long he's been hanging out there? For like an hour or something?
Since we got here. Oh, on and
He's
off
been here since yesterday.
Oh, okay, just kind of not approaching.
Morning.
So it continues to rain, kind of hang out with some guys there, and back to my truck. I think I found a solution, because I want to continue doing rig walk around, but my camera is getting wet at this point. It's not, like it has some rating for waterproofing, but it's definitely not like one of those Canons. So I need to be careful. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop in the truck right now actually and ride around the area and kind of see what's out there instead of like walking around in the rain. Start pouring for past hour. I think I missed a few big vehicles. I'm not sure where this 8x8 big giant car is. I haven't seen it yet. But going to technical course. Let's see some people doing stuff. Let's see what the rigs are capable of. But actually there is nothing hard there. It's just a very steep hill over there. But tomorrow's advanced course, I just asked the trainer or supervisor. It's like, yeah, that one's more advanced. It's like off camber a little bit, well, off camber in places. Big rocks, uphill pretty much all the way like this for like a kilometer or something. I'm not sure what's going on here. This is just a road up a hill. Yeah, the challenge is it's slippery. I'm not sure what the deal here is. Reversing and slippery road, that's challenges, I guess.
Grab you, and then back in the brake. There you go. So as you can tell, your gearing is pretty high, right? Yeah. But from a stop to moving is where you start chirping and spinning tires. So So that's where you just release touch the throttle and you start creeping forward, then a little more, then a little more, then a little more, okay? That feel weird? Yeah.
Just going Clear Creek Hot Spring, you get pretty much this every, I don't know, 100 meters pretty much. It can be a challenge for unraced vehicles, for sure. Like this guy, unless he takes this sideways, he would scratch something. Yeah, I gotta do it on an angle. But if you have big enough lift, then it's like, whatever. Yeah, umbrella is my saving grace right now. But I wanna get to one of these lifters here. Supposedly there's a nice view of the whole campground area where we're staying, so let's go there. Please come up. Okay, let's go up this thing. Should be amazing views over there. It's definitely more scenic than Hemlock Valley in here, and if they continue doing it next year here, it's definitely awesome area to come in. You can actually do some hiking in the area. There's lots of trails. There's trails here around this Olympic Village area that are not part of a BC Overland Rally, like part of a gig, but you can actually a few days after, you can open a map and just explore pretty much before Overland Rally or after. Up in the distance, people still arriving. And yeah, so it's Friday, it's 3 o'clock, I assume probably after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. No, 8 o'clock is when you have to be in overflow parking, they don't allow you in. So that whole range from 6 to 8, there's gonna be lots of people coming here, guaranteed.
Thank you. Go, more cross axle, awesome. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Back this way. Sit. Yeah, over the line. Nice, easy. Done. Hold that line, just straight like that, perfect. Go this way. Go this way. Just a touch this way. There we go. Hold that line. Come straight up towards me. Nice and easy.
There's a little bit of lack of traction there happening. One wheel is in the air, or two wheels rather.
That's perfect.
That's how you get this.
I am so strong, it's terrifying.
I'm so strong too.
You are, bud.
Got a second set of 37s in the back seat.
Oh, yeah. A little bit slower. You're in low rate? Hold on. Are you in low rate? Yeah. Okay. Nice and slow. Look, yeah, there we go. A little bit that way. You're good. Yep. There you go. Hold on to the rod. Come straight on up. Nice and easy. Yeah, a little bit of left hand. Not much. Just a little bit. There we go. That's it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
So looks like I can do more off camber than I initially thought with the roof upgrade. I've been avoiding big off-camber situations like this for a while now, since I wasn't sure. I'm kind of wobbly. Well, it actually felt not bad at all. But the thing is, I also have something going on with four-wheel drive right now. I had some errors the other week. 6 times popped. So I kind of try to avoid going to 4 right now until I go into dealership and have a look what it could be, because I have no engine light on. It just kind of randomly came on the trip, maybe like 6 times, and after that I've been driving carefully, usually two-wheel drive now for past 2 weeks. Well, I'm not sure how off-camber this was on the video, but basically doing this part here, it's kind of like peace of mind for me now. Going places, but it's not bad at all. I deflated airbags to about 40 psi. Usually off-road I'm around 50, 60, and highway usually 70-80 inflated, so it kind of actually puts the car kind of sloping forward more, right? So less, like it becomes more aerodynamic actually. And then of course you got huge rigs like this. I'm not sure if it's produced something like Earth Roamer or Earth Cruiser, if it's like another company that does this, or maybe it's like completely custom designed by a guy. I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow, maybe interview these guys. I kind of like this whole slide out. It's probably an actual brand that mass produces this. That wheelbase, that's crazy. I mean, it's big tires, it's nice and all, but I don't know, it's just the tires are not big enough for this length. They need to be much bigger to make up for this clearance here. So I keep seeing huge rigs, all these Unimogs and stuff running Continental tires, but never actually, well, I wanted to search like what they're called, the kind, how much weighting they have, so let's see actually what it is. It's called MPT81. That's the size. And load rating is max load 3,000 kilograms or almost 7,000 pounds. Load range M. So there you go, Continental tire. I think it's actually not even beefier tires that I've seen on some rigs. The weather has definitely been a put down kinda. I don't know, I came over here to start my bureau clock time. I don't know, this Natasha here girl from one of the booths, the one I mentioned earlier in the morning, came over for smokes. She saw me, like came over, and I don't know, we're just chatting here, drinking beers, whatever. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere. It's kind of nice. But there is a presentation coming up that I do want to see, and I'll actually deploy camera and do a separate video of that. If you guys interested, it's the road close to me. The road chose me. 1,000 Days in Africa with Dan Gleck. I don't know that guy, but someone's been following him on Instagram. Apparently, he traveled the whole world in his Jeep, so that would be interesting talk. So I'll do a separate video of that. Just deploy camera and it's gonna be just listen to him. But I guess for today I'm kind of done. Tomorrow I'll do some vendors, and I wanna catch some of those big rigs. Hopefully people are actually around. Otherwise, yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit of walk around tomorrow again, and hopefully sunny. Alright, so it's Saturday, let's check out some vendors. And actually, the rig, I just been interviewed by Ambassador of Adventure. That's a very cool looking Ford. He's got some really nice wrap going on. Similar to mine, except more hardcore. Like more full on the truck. Very sweet setup. And he's got a motorcycle. He does, his YouTube channel is... What's up? He does overlanding and motorcycle or dirt bike videos. The tent, yes, pretty sweet setup. So this is F1500. I guess he's a little bit more lightweight than me. We kind of talked and he said, yeah, he needed to put some extra leaves as well. Yeah, he's lightweight. He pretty much has everything empty over there. But the bike compensates for it. So I heard on the internet about flat deck, short deck brand. And this actually looks like a cool, kind of like Australian style flat deck. I'll come back to it in a bit. So I'm here at Total Composite booth. This is actually what I really wanted to check out inside, the boxes. And I've heard actually from some guy that one of his boxes sells for something like 10k. So I'll do interview with these guys in a bit. So check out that video after. So there's Stoke and Pura Vida vans. So these guys do custom fabrication for adventure vehicles, and these guys outfit vans. So apparently both of these companies are actually local based in Squamish, I think. Was it Squamish?
Squamish, yeah.
What do you guys do actually?
So we do slider bars for Toyota Tacomas and 4Runners in steel. We do components for the Fuso. So we do safari racks, brush guards, winch mounts. We've got some prototypes on bumpers, side ladders. We do custom aluminum decks. We're getting into custom storage boxes, custom underbody storage boxes, custom larger fuel tanks, and we're going to get into building aluminum hardside pop-ups as well for the Fuso.
Oh, okay,
so we'll do
kind of like a Earth Cruiser type stuff.
similar, but more for the working man. We want to build them so that you can use it as a flat deck, you can use it as a dump truck, you can do it use it as a pickup truck, and then on the weekends you can throw on your camper and use it for overlanding vehicle as well.
And where are you based from?
We're in Victoria.
Oh, so
yeah,
local.
Vancouver
Okay,
Island,
that's
local.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So more locals I see this year on.
Yes, and then we also, because of the builds and stuff we do, we complement. We get all the different products that we like to have on our builds or whatever customers like to have on our builds. We have an online store as well, and then we partner up with Green Lane Accessories, which they do all the aluminum product lines for 4Runners and Tacomas, so we carry some products to carry with them. The steel sliders are actually the same design as Green Lane, just in steel. So, yeah.
Nice to meet you. Great products.
Yeah, and we love your YouTube videos all the time. So we watch your guys' stuff all the time. Yeah,
Awesome.
It's great. Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna do a separate video of road overland rig here, so you can check it out in the BC Overland Rally playlist. finally I'm meeting these guys. I tried to hook up with them for about 2 years.
2 years.
3 years. I keep mentioning them in my Baja videos, well, in the new series that we're going to be producing in 2 months, but I keep mentioning them. Eventually we ended up being 3 hours apart, 4 hours apart. You're going south, I really needed to go north. Like I was already behind to go to Canada, and we never hooked up. So they messaged me a few days ago. They're like, "Oh, we're coming to BC Overland Rally, presenting Cayman Stockout, all that traveling in Australia material, Port in Barriga." I'm like, I so want to do it one day. So, introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Lee Wei.
My name's Ryan Huff. So we're Overland with us. We've had the blog for several years. We've been doing Instagram the last couple of years, I guess, kind of on and off. Yeah, we're kind of semi-retired and like to travel a lot, and we'll be shipping our vehicle to Iceland and doing Morocco and all that stuff. And
Going through Asia, right? Like in a month, basically, starting to do that.
yeah, we'll be in Europe a lot.
And this time you're taking your Sprinter here.
Yep, Sprinter Van
Whereas
Stone.
Australia, you did your which Land Cruiser?
We did the 80 Series Land Cruiser. We had the Lexus version, so it was the LX 450, and we took our adventure trailer, chaser trailer, to carry extra fuel and all that, because we did really remote tracks, like the Canning Stock Route and the Simpson Desert across the Outback. So that was 4 years ago now. Yeah, and we were there for 3 months.
And again, how long did it take to research that one? Like to build your confidence and everything?
Yeah.
I would say 2 to 3 years.
Seriously, 2 to 3 years. Wow, that's.
And the main thing is we were trying to do the really remote tracks. The Canning Stock Route is 1,300 miles, like 2,000 kilometers, and we weren't sure we'd have the range with our petrol 80 Series Land Cruiser.
I guess that's what you're gonna be covering.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's yes. I actually, yesterday I already hung out with these guys. We had some beers and whatever, talked. I showed them some places here in BC camp because you guys are gonna be here 5 days in BC, something like that. And then slowly we're getting to Maine, right? I think you're shipping from Maine, and do that whole 1 year tour, which is, I'm so jealous. Just wanna like be your camera guy, run around, shoot your adventure. Okay, so let's do the presentation. Before we get to the presentation, let's check out the Sprinter event. This is the vehicle we're gonna be taking to. What do you call her? Him? Her?
But we don't really have a name for the Sprinter, do we, Leeway?
Wonderloaf.
Oh, Wonderloaf. Leeway likes to call it the Wonderloaf because it's kind of like a bread delivery truck. So we have the flip-up sink right there. So it's pretty hidden. We cook with an induction cooktop, so we just pull that out and plug it in. We tried to do no propane for heat or cooking or otherwise. We just wanted to do all electricity, hot water boiling, all that.
How many panels do you got, man?
We have 420 watts worth of solar, so that's 3 solar panels up there.
And battery bank?
Yeah, we have 360 amp hours of lithium iron phosphate, and I did all the electronics myself.
Okay, so that's basically full 360. Like acid and whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and in the daytime you can, boom, it's all charged.
Yeah.
Half a day even.
Yep,
right?
we're back up to being charged right now. You can see the meters in the middle. That center one is the lithium iron phosphate. Here we have our table that slides out. Underneath here we have all of our water, so 25 gallons, 20 gallons here, and then under the sink we have another 5 gallons of water. And we just take gray water into another jug, and we just kind of cycle that in and out as needed. And it's got the little foot pump here, so we don't even need electricity, and we find that we use a lot less water that way because we can just push the foot pedal when we need it.
Dometic fridge, 12 volt obviously, right?
Yep, it's 12 volts, it's huge, it's like 140 liters, it's really efficient. I'm actually amazed. It's all kind of jumbled in there right now.
Yeah, whatever, it's fun, it works and it's deep and it's good. It's big.
Yeah, it's big, that's nice. It's a little mess right now, we're giving that presentation, but we have all of our duffel bags here of clothes, we have some kind of food area up there and overflow clothes for the winter and stuff that we don't use that often up here. When we go and park on unlevel ground, it always sucks because you either have to level the whole vehicle or you have to sleep crooked. So I designed this bed and have a patent pending on the bed. But
Serious?
yeah, we can actually level the bed here.
Oh yeah, that's right, because engineer.
Yeah. So we can kind of tilt it at any angle we want. So that's kind of a cool thing that
is cool, man.
that we came up with, and Brian from Goose Gear helped us implement it. So it's still kind of in the prototype stage, but he's going to build one someday.
Over here we have spare parts, spare fluids. This is all our tools. We have a
big box.
We have a lockable cabinet there, so right now we have recovery gear and some other stuff in there.
Box. Same here, kind of recovery gear.
That is all our batteries and our inverter.
Ah, okay.
That's the battery box.
Let's get to the presentation. So I'm back at my rig. This is pretty much the ending of BC Overland Rally. Tomorrow vendors at noon will be leaving. As usual, I didn't cover everything. There's definitely way more going on here. I just spent kind of doing interviews all day today and ran out of time. I wanted to do more interviews. So this kind of event absolutely invaluable if you're like starting Overland, and if you're starting your build, if you're new, you don't have like several years of experience of going like distant trips, and you're like researching phase. This is the best possible, like BC Overland Rally, North West Overland Rally, Overland Expo in Flagstaff. This kind of events is the best thing for you to actually not make mistakes and do a little bit of research and see what's out there, how people approach different things. And I actually was gonna leave right now to go camping, possibly leave raffle a little sooner. But someone arrived and he is gonna come here with his new rigs. I absolutely love this rig. This is freaking awesome. And I just found a new place to lounge. I'm just gonna go until I sell my tire, at least. I just gonna go like, oh, comfy. The Italian troublemaker, here he comes. I'm gonna do a rig walk around tomorrow of his newly built Delica. He just literally finished yesterday, I think, or today even. That's a nice looking rig. Paint job, everything. I like the, I guess, military style paint. It's awesome. Look at this sweet Delica build on Nito grapplers. What? These are not Nito grapplers? What happened to Nito grapplers?
No, these are easier to find.
Oh, because yeah, you couldn't fit them. And look at all this cool stuff inside, and that's gonna be tomorrow. Yes, he put it on. Perfect. So as usual, every night concludes with raffle tickets, and this is third night. So far I'm not winning anything, but hopefully there's some luck.
Because everybody overlands on their Harley Davidson. Alright, 7157. Who's got 7157? 7157 going once. Alright, now it becomes a child's prize. We're going to add some booze. Put a very nice bottle of red Pinot Noir from the Okanagan Valley, from Pura Vida Vans, right over here.
That's great drink. They were so unprepared to Overland, they came without booze.
Completely.
All right, we
That's
got a
not
nice
Overlanding
hat and
at all.
a lantern.
He really didn't want to be in the shot in any of the videos, but I think I hand out of him the most. So I completely ran out of time today, but I wanted to go Sharp Tack, do the interview with the guy, and I bumped into him again. I think this is the coolest platform for anyone that wants to put pop-up campers. So it's kind of like this squeezing in this interview.
Yeah, you
so
say it's for pop-up campers, but I think every truck should have it. Like, this is what a truck bed should be, right?
Or bed, yeah.
Functional. It's
yeah,
just wasted space. So, just for reference, like this truck over here has a regular truck bed, zero space.
Yeah,
right? Take that same truck bed off, put this one on, and you have this. Skis,
snowboard,
all the dirty stuff, all the wet stuff, all whatever you want, right? Infinite mount points, so inside and outside, on top of the bed, under the bed, on the cab guard, whether you have a camper, a tent, or a canopy or whatever, right? We could do it. And if that didn't blow your mind enough, we have boxes, and most boxes, right, you open them up, you stuff a bunch of stuff in, close it before it all falls out,
You can get a ticket.
repeat. What if you had 100% usable space?
Nice.
You could fill it to the brim
In the center of the
with whatever makes sense to you, right? So this is
so cool that it's actually a slide out.
yeah. This one
Oh, a drain hole too.
and a drain plug, right? So this one's usually full of ice
Seems
and
like
drinks.
it needs it, yeah.
Yeah, ice and drinks on this side, or gray water management, whatever you need.
All right, ready? Six,
Is that also like
This one I have just a skirt. It's just metal to make it look bright. Everything is
Right
modular, so it
there!
took me 2 minutes to take it off and put the new one on.
Finally says awesome.
But I wanted to figure out what I really wanted, so I have a compressor I want to mount up under the bed. Remember I said all the channels are underneath the bed as well, so there's options for me to mount the compressor and then build a box around it. And this is my functional side where we make the drinks and do the cooking and, you know, demo things for shows or whatever, but same thing, right? And for a 6.5 foot bed, this is about just the deck and the cab guard and filler, like the basic stuff. About 7,000 US, and then you can go to the moon with options, right? The sides are options, the boxes if you want them to slide out or open normally or whatever you want. Yeah, so it's all custom to your rig, to your camper, or whatever your use case is.
So check this out, guys. SherpTech.
SherpTech.com.
Cool. It's like it reminds me of Australian style, basically.
It's really, super functional, really sturdy, well built, and you gain all this space that was otherwise wasted.
Oh, and this side also slide out, or
Also
something?
slides out, yeah. Both sides.
Nice,
Yep.
nice.
Yep.
No, this is for, well, even if it wasn't pop-up camper, just a camper, right? Because it's perfect. It's so much space gained.
Right. And for any truck, right?
Yeah.
Really, like, so this whole thing drops down. You just unhook it, drop it down, and you, like, if you're loading heavy stuff with a forklift or you're carrying it or whatever, you can get close to the bed instead of having to reach out. Or, you know, most of us drop the tailgate, put it on, and slide it. You can just set it right where you want it.
And yeah, trust me, guys, if you're serious about overlanding and you're choosing some kind of camper setup as your setup, like permanent for many years, gaining this much storage space here is invaluable. Otherwise, you would be trying to cram it into the roof or something, or drag behind or whatever. Like if I knew, if you existed back in the day when I started a few years ago, and the vessel was available, and I knew about all these things, I would have loved to have something like this. Absolutely.
And it's best for the dirty and wet stuff, right? Like the stuff you don't want to carry in your camper or up top, the stuff that after a week of camping, you know, it's just dirty and filthy, and you just throw it back there and worry about it when you get home, right?
Awesome. All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. Thanks for swinging by.
So P.S. after Overland Rally, me and Giuseppe with his new rig decided to come here in Squamish Valley. Absolutely amazing place, and of course now it's all sunny and super hot. And check his rig. I'll do not today. I'm kind of tired from BC Overland Rally shooting around, running around, but some other weekend I'll do his rig. Adios, comrades! Hey comrades, don't forget to hit that like button and also leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you should by hitting that subscription button and also bell notification next to it, so you can actually get my video updates both in notification in your video feed, and as well you can support this channel if you like my videos through PayPal or Patreon in the links down below or just after this video.